the boy who shared his lunch. Arav was a cheerful 9-year-old boy who lived with his parents in a small, peaceful town. Every morning, the sun gently peeked through his bedroom window, and Arav would wake up with a smile. He loved going to school, not just because he liked learning, but because he enjoyed being around people. Arav's mother always prepared his school lunch with love. Some days it was vegetable sandwiches with fresh fruit, and other days it was rice, curry, and a small sweet. She would close the lunchbox carefully and say, "Eat well, my son." "I will, Ma," Arav replied happily. Arav believed food tasted better when eaten with joy. A new face in the classroom. One Monday morning, Arav entered his classroom and noticed something different. A new boy was sitting in the last row. He looked quiet and nervous. He wore a clean but slightly old-school uniform and held his bag tightly. Rohan rose, soft voice. "Hello." Some children waved, others whispered. Arav noticed that Rohan did not smile. During class, Arav tried to observe him. Rohan listened carefully to the teacher, but he never raised his hand. During recess, while other children ran and laughed, Rohan sat alone under a tree. Arav felt something strange in his heart. He wanted to talk to him, but didn't know how. The lunch bell. Soon, the lunch bell rang loudly. Tring! Tring! Children rushed to open their lunch boxes. The classroom filled with the smell of food and happy chatter. Arav opened his lunchbox. Inside were 2 vegetable sandwiches, apple slices, and 1 chocolate laddu, his favorite sweet. As Arav was about to take his first bite, he noticed Rohan again. Rohan was sitting quietly at his desk, looking down. He had no lunchbox on his table. Arav blinked. Maybe he forgot to open it, he thought. But minutes passed. Rohan still had nothing. Arav walked closer and softly asked, "Rohan, aren't you eating?" Rohan looked up, his eyes filled with embarrassment. I don't have lunch today," he whispered. A small act of kindness. Arav's heart felt heavy. Without thinking too much, he smiled and said, "That's okay. You can eat with me." Rohan looked surprised. "Are you sure?" he asked. "Yes," Arav said happily. "My lunch is big." Arav sat next to Rohan and opened his lunchbox fully. He carefully divided the sandwiches and fruits into 2 equal parts. "Here," Arav said. "Take this." Rohan hesitated at first, then slowly took the food. His hands were shaking a little. "Thank you," he said softly. They ate together. Rohan smiled for the first time that day. "This tastes really good," Rohan said. Arav laughed. "My mother makes the best food." That day, something beautiful began. A friendship built on kindness. Growing friendship. From that day onward, Arav and Rohan started spending more time together. Arav helped Rohan understand lessons. Rohan shared his pencils and erasers. During lunch, they often sat together. Sometimes Rohan brought food, sometimes Arav, and sometimes they shared with others too. One day, Arav asked, "Why didn't you have lunch on your first day?" Rohan looked down. "My father lost his job recently. Things are a little difficult at home. My mother tries her best." Arav listened quietly. He didn't know what to say, but he knew one thing. Rohan needed a friend. "You can always sit with me," Arav said. Rohan smiled warmly. The test of kindness. One rainy day, Arav was in a hurry and forgot his lunchbox at home. He realized it only after reaching school. "Oh no," he said sadly. At lunchtime, Arav sat quietly, just like Rohan once did. Suddenly, Rohan came running with his lunchbox. "Arav! You forgot your lunch today, right?" Arav nodded. Rohan opened his lunchbox and said, "Come, let's share." Arav's eyes filled with happiness. "Thank you, Rohan." That moment taught Arav something important: kindness always returns. a bigger change. Soon, other children noticed Arav's kindness. When someone forgot food, classmates started sharing. The classroom slowly became warmer and happier. The teacher noticed this change too. One day, she said, "I am proud of you all. Sharing makes us stronger." Arav felt proud, but he knew the real happiness was seeing others smile. Years later, years passed. Arav and Rohan grew up, but never forgot their friendship. Even as adults, they remembered that small act of sharing lunch that changed everything. Arav learned that you don't need money or power to help others, just a kind heart.